we're getting a lot of investment from another country, China. Very big country, China. So I was doing a bit of research on this, and I didn't know how much they had invested. I've seen $155 billion, I think, over the last, I think they say 20 years, which is a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money. And now apparently they are our biggest trading partner. US used to be the biggest trading partner. There's another conversation topic that I think and now apparently US and Europe are trying to get back in now, potentially.
Because of China. And China has made it such that, hey, if we don't come in, they will own Africa. At that point, that's what they always
Exactly. What? Africa shouldn't be owned by anything. We should be a partner to the other ones. Let me not say rival, because I don't think that's the correct term. But we should be on the same level content wise, and we should all be trading. But it shouldn't be about owning. So I guess investment from China to Africa. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, so my thoughts on foreign direct investment in general had to be rehauled, because I think, like most Africans, we're just a bit cautious. We're a bit, I think because of our history, right? Any kind of foreign support feels like neocolonialism all over again. We're afraid. We're like, oh no. So people, but this time just in a different way. You've just come, you really are trying to buy us out again, but using your money, and you've let us sign papers. So now it's even official. Like, it's a document that we even collaborated with you to sell ourselves back, And so any African looking on the outside feels a type of way. We are uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable. But also we have to realize that investment is also something we need, right? We need to keep money on the continent, but we also need money coming from other countries. So with that in mind, we now have to figure out, like, okay, yes, we do want investment, we do want support, but what that support looks like, we should have a say in that. I suppose it just depends on how you see China, but is China doing things that are benefit? I don't.
From what I read, no.
Based on the documents and things like that, I'm concerned that we have sold ourselves short.
Yeah,
right.
Of course, yeah.
And that's my issue. Yeah. My issue isn't the investment itself. We can work with whoever wants to do business with us, but it has to be on our terms. And I don't think we have come to the table as equal players.
No.
Right? Yeah. We have come as like, oh, we're really grateful that you have given it. But no. China isn't doing it, again, out of benevolence. And that when we realize our power, we come to negotiate in a different way. It didn't have to be China. It could have been any country. And if we had realized that, right, we would have negotiated under better terms. And so I feel like China has done what China would do for them, what's best for them, as any nation should. But I don't necessarily think that the African nations have done what's best for them. No. And that's my biggest issue with that.
Yeah.
And so again, I'll have to do the terms of these to see where we move from next. Time will tell as to whether the agreements that have been brokered will be beneficial to the future of Africa. Yeah.
I don't think so, because I think there's some exchange of resources there, I guess. And China needs those resources including to build land. Whatever they're building. Yeah. Exactly. We're losing. Yeah. So yeah, like I agree. I think that investments are important. I think that it's necessary. But it's like you said, it should be like equal exchange. If they're investing in a country, what are we getting out of it? Are they going to develop some parts and we will have some ownership of it? Or is it just like, are they just giving us money and then we're just spending that, and then actually we've not seen anything, but they own more of the continent, right?
Inefficiencies,
it's like,
and things like that. And another thing I would say when it comes to foreign investment is that we have to come to the table as equals. And one of those things should be a requirement that you use Africans, right? On the continent, locals, right? To do the work.
100%,
Other countries have this as a requirement. Yeah. But for some reason, we see that like in China, like Chinese companies are bringing Chinese people. Indian companies are bringing
just like
Indian
employing
people.
Their people, yeah.
So the money is no longer staying within our community. That's a major problem. Not only have we then like kind of like brokered this deal that isn't necessarily on the best terms. On top of that, even the individuals, our people, are not benefiting even on a short-term level from these things. And so again, I have no idea how much we have really got ourselves into. I think like time will tell. But if there's any kind of like reversal that could happen, or bringing other trade partners in, those conversations need to happen quickly.
Yeah, very, very quickly.
Because everything that we're doing now, if we now find out that China now owns most of the continent, then where do we go from there?